From boiled corn to corn soup, popcorn, and even corn ice cream, this year's Agbado Corn Festival in Lagos celebrated the versatility of maize in Nigeria's food system. But beyond the food, the event drove home a message. Agriculture is not old-fashioned, it's the future.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, the president spoke about making agriculture sexy, and very many didn't understand what that phrase actually stands for. It actually talks about making agriculture and attractive, to bring youth into the space. If you look at our farming communities from the length and breadth of Nigeria, they are quite aged now. The average, statistics say about 60, 65 years. So it means that in about 10 years, our farming community, that's those who are actually active in farming, the number will have actually depleted a great deal. So there's a need for us to do those things and put systems in place that will attract youth to come into this space to replace our aging farming and population. And that's what you talk of making agriculture sexy. And what does it actually mean is that we want to create the enabling environment, provide technology, improve culture systems that will make youth want to adopt agriculture and let them see it as a rewarding enterprise that they can guarantee them the kind of quality of life that their friends who are in other professions do have.
Held in partnership with the Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture and Food System Advocates, the festival brought together farmers, startups, chefs, food vendors, and young innovators, all pushing one message: own your food story.
Food security is your responsibility as much as it is my responsibility, right? So when you talk about agriculture, it's a whole spectrum of value chain. From the farm, you have the processors, you have the packaging companies, you have the logistics company, up all till the way it gets to the consumers table. So it's a whole spectrum, and there are a lot of value chain players in there. So if you're not interested in farming, you can definitely plug in to other value chain.
Attendees were inspired by the range of corn-based products on display and by the stories of farmers who are building modern agribusinesses against the odds.
12 years ago, I decided to start an organic farm in Nigeria. It was a very tough decision, but I'm glad that 12 years after, Okwe Farm, which is the farm that I founded 12 years ago, is up and about. And today, we are glad to showcase our corn, organically grown, zero chemicals, zero synthetic inputs. We are glad to be a part of this because, honestly, the first time I heard about it, I said, wow, celebrating just corn. I mean, Nigeria is so blessed. We probably have maybe about 50 things. You can imagine if at each point in time we're celebrating something that comes from us. Today you even have people here doing popcorn. And corn is something that is so versatile. Human beings, poultry, our poultry birds is the #1 ingredient we also use for them. So it is a crop that we all need to take very seriously. It is filling. You can make it into pap, you can make it into, solid meal. It's just endless possibilities. So I'm quite glad that we can be a part of this. We even grow sweet corn, which is, of course, is not our local one, but honestly, we got here today and within under an hour, we were sold out. So it just shows that people really take corn very, very seriously.
We need to encourage the youth so that we should go into farming because we all eat. It's very, very important. As a daughter of a farmer, in my yard, I have a vegetable garden. I plant like tomatoes, peppers, and spinach. Okay, so it's very, very important to go into farming because farming is our future. So I think coming here with the symposium and all I learned, I'll be able to encourage others that want to go into farming. So that's my take home from this program.
The festival also spotlighted youth involvement. From food influencers to agri-partners, the conversation was loud and clear. Feeding Nigeria starts with the youth.
Agriculture is the greatest employer of labor. Talking about processing, talking about production, talking about even consumption. So value addition, logistics, everything about production is youth-centered, youth-oriented. Mentorship, transportation, value addition, infrastructure, production, we can feed ourselves. We should actually lay hands on what we need to do to get things done right. And it starts with us. Without us, we can't get it done. So for me, it starts with getting our hands, in some cases, dirty, consistent, and it's just a matter of time. We'll be able to feed ourselves sufficiently.
From the kitchens to kids' plates, chefs like Chef Muna are already taking corn beyond the street side and into creative new meals.
I talked mainly about how to introduce corn to children, how to let them embrace corn, because nowadays we only see corn being boiled, grilled, and most children don't fancy that. So we need to find a way to incorporate corn into their meals and make them accept that this is our heritage and this is our culture.
From advocacy to agribusiness, the Agbado Corn Festival 2025 didn't just celebrate a crop, it celebrated possibility. Erica John reporting for Rapid TV Lagos.